What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is our James and baby girl Courtney, redoptionagency.com, 23 years selling full-time on eBay. And I'm just having one of those days where, I don't know, just doing a little work, but I'm not, like, really, I don't know, my mind's just wandering a lot today. So I went out and pulled the net off the pool. I had all the leaves in it. I don't close the pool and put a tarp on it because when you take a tarp off, all the leaves fall into the pool normally. So I just put the net on the pool that catches the leaves, and I can get it off just by myself by pulling it side by side by side by side and then dragging the whole thing out without anything getting into the pool. Some did get in because I didn't keep up with it during the winter, and some of the side blew off and some stuff got in there. So normally there'll be a little vacuuming, but I am going to change to the liner this year anyway. The last people we had put it in, we had somebody put it in. The time before that, I put it in, and then it's just a pain in the butt. So we thought we'd get somebody who could probably do it quicker. And it was just this one dude standing around ordering this thin meth head person to do it. And they must have did something wrong because it's leaked ever since. And it's 3 years now. So, you know what? They're supposed to last like 10 years. So it's got to go. So we got to get a new one put in. So, because I've been just spent 2 years trying to find the freaking leaks. And there's either more than one or something. So I'm just done with it. So I'm going to change that out. So I've got to drain it. What I do to drain it is the area you're seeing right there goes onto the downhill. So I just get in there with like my spade shovel and just poke some little holes in it. So it just slowly leaks over the next couple of weeks without flooding out the neighbors. So that's what I'm doing there. So I'll pop that tonight. Let it start draining. We just got our lawn mowed yesterday, so hopefully it'll get drained before next Monday and dried up a little bit. So what did I do today? Well, since it's just been one of those weird feelings or just weird days for me mentally, can't not get focused to stuff. I went ahead and ordered. If any of you guys tried this stuff, let me know. I ordered this Nero gum. I remember seeing it on Shark Tank, and this is the caffeine-free version, and it's supposed to help with energy and focus and stuff. So I ordered me a bag of that. So 0 sugar, so that's good. But I'll be a real good tester for that, because I'll know the difference because I've got a pretty good, as you guys probably get from watching my videos, I got a pretty good lock on how my mind works and things like that. So if I'll notice a difference right off the bat. So I'll keep you guys informed about that, if it works or not, because some of you guys might be able to benefit from it. So if it works, I'll shout it to the rafters and help them get more sales. But so over the weekend, I think I got 2 more boxes done with pictures taken, and that was it. Just because it was just such a distracting weekend and what have you. But I cleaned up. I had all that area. That's some vinyl that I need to get pictures of. That box is duplicates, so I need to get that stuff added quantity-wise into the store. And then I had all my media stuff down here waiting for pictures, so I'm knocking all that out today and getting it better organized from when it was over here and it fell over. So I'm getting all that taken care of today. That's what I've been working on here. And I went ahead and cleaned a spot here. So they'll be going on here. So these are pictures done, waiting to be listed there. If you don't see Pee-wee, he's downstairs after he ate. We went outside while they were outside. It was warm while I was taking off that thing with the pool, so he went downstairs afterwards. This stuff I want to get through that. If I don't get to it today, or at least start on it today, want to get that knocked out tomorrow to get it out of the way. It's been there too long. That's that stuff that was down in the east wing that was probably delisted over time. That was up against that back wall and those metal shelvings that I took down and redid. So some of that might be listed still, some of it not. So I'm going to get through that in the next couple of days also too. So I'm not sure if I'm going to worry about listing the next couple of days. Depends on my mood, obviously. But at least for today, today, we're halfway through the day, going to get this taken care of and then start on that. And then maybe I'll get something listed just for the hell of it. But I did some end of sale similar, so I got some freshness in my store. So don't feel like I need to list today since I did that. I still got empty boxes here. That one's mostly empty. That one's mostly empty. This one's empty. That one's empty. Sorry, girl. This one's empty. This one's empty. So what I'm doing is taking pictures of one box, moving it over into another. And then I'm also pulling stuff from the garage, from storage. And I am getting that listed too, or pictures taken on that stuff too. So in the garage right now, I just moved a bunch of stuff out here just to get it out of my way as I was cleaning my office. So we're a little bit more backed up right now, at least right here. The empty things I've been using, so I'm going to eventually have them out here somewhere. So this is immediate stuff to get up here. This is duplicate stuff I want to get up in the next couple of days too. And then I just hit a drawer. So I'm still grabbing stuff and pulling out. As you can see, I got farther back over there. All that stuff up against the wall. About two or three rows deep of media items. Mostly probably CDs and cassettes, all that stuff there. DVDs. So you got the one row there, the one behind it, and there was one kind of in front of it. But then that goes all the way back. So, and then probably some that way. So that's media I'll be pulling out, working on. As you can see, I've been slowly getting back there and pulling stuff out. So steadily working on that, making more room so I can start, hopefully by the end of summer, get rid of one of them storage lockers that I'm paying for. So that's the goal. So, but now that I've got those empty boxes, I'm just coming out here, I'm grabbing just random stuff that's in the way and getting pictures of it and just getting it all better organized. So, and then, whatever with some stuff, there's a lot of empty totes and empty boxes I put out here because I thought I was going to use them eventually. They're just going. I'm not dealing with them anymore. Any of the toys that I don't feel like cleaning or anything that don't have great value, going straight to donation. So I'm being just a little bit more picky getting through this stuff, but it's fun. It's fun getting out here, digging through stuff and finding stuff that I didn't remember having. Like I put up a cassette the other day. Well, I put up many cassettes, but like just this one cassette I put up for $100 because the CD went for some good money. So I'm like, well, nobody had the cassette up. I'm going to go ahead and list it or put it at like $99.99. And somebody came in and gave me an offer for $50 today. This one right here. So I went ahead and took that. So, I mean, when I say I've got stuff out there, like I don't know. I mean, there's so much value in my storage. Like I said before, when I put it in there, I had my business plan was it'll go up in value. The majority of the stuff I buy should go up in value. That was always my game plan. So it's good to see that happening. Obviously, stuff like this on any platform, Tiger Woods or these old video games, they're never going to go up. And I kind of figured that. but I always just set them aside. But now that I do the buy two, get two free, they sell every once in a while now. So they at least sell better now. So that's another thing too. Like over time, you just come up with different, I don't know, ways of moving stuff, right? Like people going to Whatnot, right? So some of these things might move for $1 a piece on Whatnot, and that might be good money, right? Especially if you have freaking 200 of them. So as time goes on and technology changes and gets better, you never know. It's almost like gold mining if you think about it. When technologies get better, you can go back to the stuff that wasn't worth doing before and make it worth the while now. That's why if you watch Gold Rush, I love the show Gold Rush. I've always have since day one. They go through tailings and stuff that people did, 100 years ago, 50 years ago, whatever, because the technology's better now. It can catch finer gold, and they pull out hundreds of thousands of dollars doing that. So same kind of fits the whole resell gig if you buy by bulk. I was never one who wanted just to get rid of the bulk stuff. I wanted to sit on it in hopes that one day it would just make sense. Like Pixie's Doolittle CD. When I bought that probably 15 years ago, it was worth $1, $10 right there. So, stuff like that. So, and not just media, but toys. Toys go up in value unless they're those damn 90s action figures, sports action figures. Those things will never go up in value, but maybe one day. But that was kind of cool. I think I found that at a thrift store a couple of years ago for a couple bucks. Old teapot. But like these, I bought tons of these along with a bunch of other titles. They had like 30, 40 a piece, each title, 30 and 40 pieces, for 50 cents a piece way back when from a Goodwill. And, now they're selling for almost $10. So, where probably before I would have, if they sold, I probably would have got like 4 or 5 out of them. So, I'm just trying to give you guys more tips on how I did business, just in case you want to do something like this now. What would you look for nowadays? If you can still get any of this stuff for 10 cents a piece, obviously, kind of like the stuff that I got at the yard sale last summer, all those records, as you'll see a bunch more coming up here. And even all these records here that you can pick up at the Goodwill bins for weight, or whatever, depending on your bins, that just don't move. If you have the right sale and the right way to move it, because you have so little into it, it can be worth the while. But like I said before, you got to go bulk when you're doing that. You got to go, not bulk, but volume when you're doing that. So you've got to figure out a way to get the stuff listed as much as possible per day. And if you don't enjoy what you're doing, that may be very hard for you. But here's more of those pieces from last year's yard sale. Some of the lower dollar stuff, and I still got that one. That one right there has got all those in it. So I got that one full still of those, and then a little bit in that white one. And then that's all. They'll all be listed after I get through those. So as you can see, all these are from that yard sale, still selling almost a year later. And how many I still have up, who knows? Some Laserdisc, some Christmas stuff. Again, if you think about it, like all this stuff's paid off for me, right? But even if you find it where you can pay 10 cents a piece for it, and you can run a sale where you're putting $2.50 in your pocket, 10 cents into $2.50, that pays for, how many more CDs at 10 cents a piece? So I remember finding that at the thrift store for a couple bucks. I don't remember what offer I took on it though. It was still a decent amount. It was either 20, 25, or 30, one of those three. I keep getting this offer. I'll take that in a minute, or look at it in a minute at least. I don't want to show the thing on camera. I mean, still, even Sinatra, $7 for the vinyl. And I think they bought that straight out. I don't think they bought that with other things. I don't think so, but like I said, this if you can't figure out how, or if you can't figure out how or don't enjoy doing it this way, do not get into it, because you've got to put a lot up, because the sell-through rate's just not there. But when you buy by bulk, you come across stuff like this, right? So that's the part of the bonuses of buying by at least raw bulk that's not been gone through. Things like this. And then a lot of that's probably still stuff that would have been in storage forever for me. A couple more from that lot last year, album-wise. Somebody even came in and bought some of my laser discs. My Jesta discs. So yeah, I've got like 10 of these things. I bought these part of a big lot way back when, so probably 10 cents a piece was into them. And I got 10 of them, put them up. I don't know if they're going to sell. Boom, $40 right there. And I just put those up not too long ago. And that's the thing about, if you can find a way to do volume, do it quick, and you have the room for it, obviously. Here's another one from the last yard sale. That's why I'm just in that space of just list it. I don't care what it is, list it. Because you never know what can surprise you. Like I said, the way I always looked at it is, somebody bought it once, somebody will buy it twice. Here's another Frank Sinatra, $7. Kenny Rogers. Stuff that just, there's probably an abundance of on eBay. These pop-up always annoy me. I wish there was a way to turn them off. A Notre Dame bottle. Christmas's stuff is a couple pieces in the last 4 days or so. I still got a lot more Christmas stuff to put up. Even a golf club. Child's golf club. Bing Crosby vinyl. Mancini. Oh, that's sold. Oh, another South Park magnet sold. Either I don't remember these, or maybe that's something that Adrian pulled and shipped for me. Because the stuff under it I remember pulling. Like this Christopher Cross vinyl. You know, I probably sold dozens of these in lots for like 12 of them for $12. And now today, if I still had them, I could get $13 out of just one of them. That's why I don't like putting stuff in bulk in lots and selling it, because I've done that and I've regretted it. Because if I would have just stored it away and at a later date, I could have got a hell of a lot more money out of it. So that's a kind of another tip too. If you do the volume game like I am, if it's not worth anything today and not worth your time, set it aside. Even if you just want to go through and get the higher dollar stuff up first, because maybe you're not as fast, there's no harm in that, because, like I said, there's a good chance those items will go up in value. So if you get to them later, they might be worth a little bit more. Little Easter thing I sold. I guess I switched to a dark video for training, so I'm going to have to switch that out when I'm done, because it really takes away from it when it's nighttime. You don't get to see the scenery. Bing Crosby again. I put up a lot more, add more quantity to a bunch of the controllers that I had. I pulled a couple more boxes out of storage and updated those. And I'm already again sold out of these Howard Sterns. And I would think I got more of those in storage. Where I got those is on eBay many years ago. If you remember, was it Jay and Marie, 1 cent penny? The original 1 cent penny auction people. Every time they put one of these up, I'd buy it. So I got them for like under $1 a piece many years ago. So I bought like all of them every time they put one up and put them in storage. And now I think I sold 2 or 3 before, and then found more, put those up. They have sold, and I probably got more. Let me see if how the quantity works, if it shows all of them or just the one. So none's listed. Okay, so it's only showing the one. So even though there was more than one as a quantity, it's only showing one. I always thought it showed more. I guess not. Because I think I had like 3. I found 3 or 4 more, so I put them up. So I should have more of those. Let's go over here. Right now, sales aren't too good today. We're at a little over 315. I'm at almost 250 here. And at clothing store, I'm only at $92. So not quite 350 at 315. So kind of poopy today. Let's see what's been selling over here, though. You hear Courtney snoring. Oh, now she stopped. It's almost like she heard me. Some Margaritaville flip-flops. The Schmidt Royals. Those are stuff from this morning's video. Love that stained hat, don't you? I remember so many people would give me crap about those. Like, you don't get it. Don't knock what you don't get. Watch and learn. If you open your eyes and ears more than you run your mouth, you'll be surprised at what you can pick up. I knew this thing wouldn't last very long. Cool Mazda hat. Another Thomas the Tank. I might be sold out of those. I put up probably about 10 or 12 of them, different ones. They've been moving. Bought them last year at a yard sale, a whole tote for $10. Thomas the Train stuff. Buddy Mitchell from James Bond. Ooh, that's out of focus, ain't it? Ouch. Still sold though, $16. That's the thing about this Sony camera that I use. It can, like, you lose focus without you really seeing it, because the screen's so small and my eyesight's so bad now, even with the glasses. Had this Power Wheels new replacement tire, you know, those little rides that kids have that I never had and always wanted one. I have 2 of these, and I thought I kept them together all these years, but when I came to the spot in storage where this one was, it's the only one I found. So maybe I sold the other one a long time ago, or it's just been moved and separated from this one. So a nice little $24 there. Picked them up at a thrift store for like $2, I think it was, if I remember. It's been 10 plus years, so it's foggy, but I wouldn't have paid much for them. cruise line stuff, always buy. Epcot, that came from storage. I just put that up not too long ago. Purse sold. Is that no expressions NYC? Okay. This didn't last long. Kate Spade Minnie Mouse. That sold almost immediately. River Bandits. Didn't even go on sale. That one sold pretty quick too. Alright, I need to get back to work. Yes, I do. Alright. I'm back to work, so, alright. Just wasting a little time. Alright, get myself motivated. I still don't really see any. Oh, wait. Yes, there's some leaves coming on some of the branches. Alright, yeah, I see some buds up there. Alright, good. It's not totally dead yet. Oh, yeah, there's some out here too. Sweet. Like, this branch still looks dead. That's a bummer. Is that branch dead? There's some green growing on it, but I don't see no buds on it. Last year was the first year it didn't produce walnuts, so I got a feeling it's on its way out. I have to Google it, but I think walnut trees, if they don't produce, they're only a couple years from being done, dead. I'll have to Google that to make sure. I'm not 100%. It's just kind of what I've heard over time, but hopefully it'll have some squirrel food on it this year at least. And then my acorn trees. That tree started out with just a little stem when Adrian was in 3rd grade. He brought it home from school in a little Dixie cup type of thing. Just one little stem. It's crazy when you think about the growth of things like that, right? One little stem that was about 12 inches high. We planted it, put a fence around it so it wouldn't get mowed over. And 20 plus years later, it's crazy. Fascinating too, actually. I love that stuff. I love nature. So fascinating. They got their red tree. I don't know if theirs is a Japanese maple or not too. Mine out in the front yard's a Japanese maple. And it's looking pretty healthy this year. It hasn't been looking too healthy the last few years on the inside of it. A lot of emptiness, but it's looking pretty healthy this year, so I'm letting it spread out. Normally I trim it up because it's in the middle of the wall. It's hard to get into the house and for male people. But before I trim it this year, I'm letting it just go crazy so I can make sure I don't kill it. So, all right, that's enough of me talking. See no animals out here today, no squirrels, no neighbor puppies. Been kind of a quiet day. We got these new people, like here, this one here, and then one that's that way on the other side of this house, not this house, but there's another one, and then there's one more. There's new people, and they're young people, and for some reason, they just don't understand that if you mow your grass once a week, it's a lot easier to manage, as opposed to waiting a month and a half. Like he just mowed his 4 or 5 days ago. And because we had all that rain and it's springtime, it's crazy again. I'm pointing where I'm looking, but I got to look at the camera. So it's this yard here. And he's probably not going to mow it for another freaking 3 or 4 weeks. And he's going to spend like 2 hours out there trying to mow it. For some reason, these young people moving. Oh, I sound like an old person, don't I? Good Lord. For some reason, though, the younger generation don't understand. But maybe they're never shown, or I don't know. Maybe they just don't have time. Who knows? That's why I don't do mine anymore, because of my back. So the guy who does ours has turned into a friend. Charges like $35. So it's $35 a week just to mow the lawn. So that's worth it for me to save my back. So money well spent. All right, now I'm for real done because my computer just shut off, or my receiver just shut off. Turn that back on. All right, I'm done. Back to work, James. You slacker. Train videos back in the daytime. All right, you wasted too much time. Get to work, James. Right, baby girl? All right, thanks, everybody. And I will see you all in the next video. Later.